Hi everyone, it's Sarah again. Welcome back to another episode of Origami Time, and today we are going to learn how to make puffy stars like these. It's super fun to make, and all you'll need is a strip of paper like this. If you don't have one, that's okay. All you'll need then is a piece of paper, a pair of scissors, a ruler or something with a straight edge, a pencil, and something you can draw with. Alright, let's have fun and let's fold. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, if we haven't already, is turn our paper vertically. So the short side should be facing us. And then with our ruler, we're gonna measure out 1 millimeter from the edge of our paper. So this is the millimeter side, and from here to here is 1 millimeter. So I'm just gonna measure it out and then put a little mark right here so I remember where it is. And if you don't have a ruler, you can also use your finger. So for our 2nd to 5th grade friends, 1 millimeter is about how wide one of your fingers is. And for our kindergarten and 1st grade friends, it might be about how wide 2 of your fingers are. And it's okay if your strip of paper doesn't end up being exactly 1 millimeter. We just want it to be thin. After we made our mark, we're gonna make a line down our paper using our straight edge as a guide. I like to turn it horizontally and then with one hand holding onto my straight edge and then the other hand tracing the line. Like that. Next thing we're gonna do is cut it out. Next, we're gonna color it. Just one side though. And you don't have to do this, but it's gonna make it so much easier to see when we fold it up. So I'm going to make my star green. Okay, here's my piece of paper, and obviously you all are gonna do a much better job coloring it than I did. So the next step is that we're gonna make a knot towards the end of our paper, about right here. And I'll go slow because this is the hardest part. So what we're gonna do is hold the paper between our thumb and our index finger here, and our thumb and our index finger right here. We wanna make sure to leave room over here because we'll need that for later. So not here, but we're gonna put our fingers here. After that, we're gonna move our index finger to where our thumb is, like that. And then we're gonna use our thumb to hold everything together in a loop, like that. I'll do that again. So we're gonna hold on to it. We're gonna move our index fingers to our thumbs, like that. And our thumbs are gonna take over and hold on to everything. Alright, now that we've made a loop, we're gonna take this little end piece and we're gonna pull it through the loop. So I'm gonna use my free hand and just kind of pull it through like that. And I'll show that again one more time. So we have our loop, and take my free hand and I'm gonna pull it through the loop. And then I'm gonna pull slowly because I don't want to rip it, but we're gonna pull until we feel like we can't pull it anymore. Usually what I like to do is see if the paper's bending right here, and if it's bending, that's my indicator that I've pulled enough. So now that we've done that, we're gonna flatten our base. This is what I'm gonna call our base. And how to flatten it is we just take our thumb and our index finger and we just push it down like this. That's it. The next step is that we're gonna take our end piece and we're gonna fold it over our base until we can't fold it anymore. So we're just gonna go across like this and like this. And we're gonna end up with a little piece that doesn't quite go all the way around. And that might happen in one fold, it might happen in 2 folds. It kind of just depends on how long your end piece is. So with this little piece, I'm gonna tuck it in to my top fold if I can. And if I can't tuck it in, I can just unfold one of my folds and take this end piece, fold it in half, and then tuck it in to this top, underneath this top piece. Just like that. The step after that is we're gonna take all of this and we're gonna fold it around our base until we can't fold it anymore. So I'm gonna flip it with our color side up, and then I'm gonna fold everything around and around. Okay, I've reached the point where my piece can't fold around anymore. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the end piece. I'm just gonna tuck it underneath that top one. Just like that. And if it doesn't go completely underneath, we can do the same thing. We can unfold the last fold we made, fold it in half, and then fold that under our top piece. Just like that. Okay, now we have a pentagon, but we still need a star. So the last step is that we're gonna take our 2 fingers, we're gonna hold it like this, and we're gonna pinch around each tip to make our star. So I'm just gonna push these 2 together, and I'm gonna rotate around, pushing it in. And there we go. We have a star. So what I like to do with my stars is that I'll write a wish or a thought or a dream on one side of it. I'll make the star and I'll put it into a jar, like this one. So it's not full yet, but it's almost there. So that's one idea. You can also try making stars with different lengths of paper or experiment with thicker or thinner strips of paper. Just have fun with it. And if you ripped your paper earlier, or if your star came out kind of funny looking, that's okay too. Remember, making mistakes is part of the fun. Alright, stay safe and see you in the next video.